Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I love it.
As you can tell from the voice there, that's the sound of a very happy client. Even though this was a project that took me a little longer than expected, it was a delight to hear that remark from my client, who so happens to be one of my good friends. For this project, I used a 1x4 that I ripped down to approximately half an inch. It was a little bit over half an inch thickness, but rather than planing it all the way down on the planer, I just ripped it on the bandsaw and then planed it to smoothing both sides. Prior to the planing, I had ripped the width of the 1x4 to approximately 3 1/8 inches wide, because the tiles would actually be 3 inches by 2 inches. And then I brought it back to the table saw once it's done to get rid of the extra 1/8 inch before cutting it down to strips that will be easier to place inside the engraver that will engrave the letters onto the wood. And then I run it on the belt sander to remove some of the rough edges on the sides. And here I'm inside the Xtool XCS software, as I will be using the Xtool D1 Pro to engrave the letters onto the wood. You can see the settings I used there, and now I'm just doing the framing and make sure the wood is in the right spot for it to engrave on, and then it was off to engraving. So you'll notice I have masking tape or engraving tape on top of the wood, which would make for a cleaner engraving than just engraving on the bare wood. Once all the letters were engraved, I then just cut them off on the miter saw. This next step in the process is totally optional, because I actually used a 3M double-sided tape. There was a strong bond to mount these on the wall. Using the keyhole to hang it onto the wall will be another option. Once all the keyholes have been routed at the back, I just use my glue brush there to remove any excess wood shavings or wood dust on it, to just clean it up before taking it inside for the finish. The next steps are pretty easy to follow through. I'm doing a final layout just before I take them in to finish them. Oh, one more set of sanding on the belt sander. And for the finish, I'm just using tongue oil, which I'm just applying with a cloth and rubbing it on both sides, well, on all sides of the boards. My client wanted a natural wood look, so I just used the tongue oil. Off camera, I made this simple keepsake box, and that would hold the tile pieces if needed or for traveling. And just a quick reminder that all you need is just a little bit of faith and some DIY action to tackle this DIY project. And that is it. I am satisfied. My client was satisfied. It was a win-win. Thank you for watching. As always, if you found this video useful, you found some value in it, please click on the like button and share it with somebody else. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.
Nice. I love it.
Until I catch you on the next video, you can watch one of these videos showing up on your screen. Until then, take care and God bless, and I hope that you have a tangible experience of God's love today.